Attorney General Jeff Landry and Marla Martin are here with me this morning. We're talking about a really serious issue. Guys, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
And that serious issue we're talking about, I mean, it's a nationwide epidemic, and it's also really hitting hard here in Louisiana, in Northeast Louisiana. We're talking about the opioid epidemic.
That's right. Louisiana is one of 8 states under which we have more prescriptions for opioids than we actually have people.
Yeah.
What's important about the statistic for you to remember today is that over 60% of people who get addicted to opioids get addicted using someone else's prescription.
Okay.
So one of the biggest things we could do is ensure that we take these drugs that are prescribed for patients for medicinal use off of the street and out of their medicine cabinets. And this is just another one of the initiatives that we're rolling out this year over at the Department of Justice to help combat this epidemic.
Fantastic. So let's jump into this here this morning. You're rolling out this new program. What exactly is it?
So here's what happened. So Marla's CEO and chairman of the board, Keith Myers at LHC, and I, and a Mallinckrodt pharmaceutical rep were at lunch one day at a meeting. And we were talking about the epidemic, and we did not realize that hospice nurses really didn't have the legal ability to properly dispose of these drugs. And many times family members would go to nurses and say, please, could you take these opioids out of the house? The patient has died. My son just got out of rehab. And we didn't have the ability to do it. The Mallinckrodt pharmaceutical rep said, look, I tell you what, if Louisiana changes its laws and allows hospice nurses to be able to dispose of these medications, we'll donate 30,000 bags this year to these hospice nurses or any other hospice organizations around the state to engage in this program and give them the ability to dispose of these drugs.
Absolutely. And Marla, from your perspective, what kind of impact do you think this is going to have here in Louisiana?
I think this is awesome for families and for hospice nurses. It streamlines the process. There's no ambiguity about which process or which parish do we follow. There's one legislation, and that's awesome, and we appreciate it. And it's just a quick and easy process that you just open the bag, put the contents in, add water, and throw it away, and it's done.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when are we going to start seeing these?
Well, State Senator Fred Mills was the author of this legislation, and legislation passed. It was a great piece of legislation that actually came out of the regular session, and I believe the law goes into effect in August.
Okay.
And so in the meantime, we're going out there signing up hospice organizations around the state, ensuring that we can get them these bags, and then they'll put them out in the field.
Fantastic. And again, this is just one of so many things that you guys are working on to combat this epidemic. Any other things that you can talk to us about this morning that are on the way?
Well, of course, again, we recognize that taking the drugs off of the street and out of medicine cabinets is a first step, right? And so we did a drug prescription take-back box in each one of the parishes around the state. We were here last year announcing that. We're going to do this particular program this year. We have a website at endtheepidemicla.org that we want people to go to, where they can get useful information on the epidemic. And of course, we continue through the lawsuits with the 42 other states against the manufacturers.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, for folks who may just now be tuning into us, this is such a simple process. All you have to do is open the bag, put the drugs in, and use some water, and
That's
there
right.
you go.
And you can take, it takes pills, liquids, or even fentanyl patches. So this is a great way where we can dispose of the drugs before they get in the hands of someone who could get addicted to it.
Absolutely. So this new law will be rolling out in August, you said?
In August, yeah. We're hoping to roll the program out as soon as the law goes into effect, I believe August 1st. And now hospice nurses will have a great peace of mind that they don't have to have kitty litter in their trunks all the time.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having us.